Okay, well, I bought this thing back in the spring, beginning of the year, and I'm getting ready to put it away. So winter's coming and everything, so I want to get it stored away. I went ahead and got it all washed up and serviced and everything for the winter. And just want to tell you guys my opinion on it. I wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. I think I've had it long enough to do that. First time I went into Rural King, I looked at the tractors. I wanted the 19, the R19. That's the first one I looked at, and it had a little bucket on the front of it. And I said, well, that'd be really nice, but I wanted a deck too. And so I went and I got the price and everything, what I was looking at, the R19. But then I decided, well, what happens if I wanted to get a backhoe for it? And I don't know if they actually offered a backhoe for that or not. I don't think they did. Or if they didn't, at that time they did, or maybe they do not, I don't know. But I went with the 24 because maybe I can get a little bit different attachments. And the price on it was just, just a little bit higher buying the 24 than the 19. And I would say those tractors pretty much run side by side on, the way they perform. But I went ahead and got the 24 anyways, and I was really pleased with it. Mine only came with a bucket in the front, and then I ended up picking up the deck because that's my whole plans was to actually get another mower because I got a couple acres to mow here, and then also help with the sawmill. I would say all over this mower, I'd give it a 10. I'm really pleased with the things they give you with it, the options, especially with the pedal, touch and go, whatever you want to call it. All it is a cable that runs underneath from the pedal up into the engine. So when you give it pedal forward, it actually increases the RPMs in the engine, and just like a car. See what else? The only thing I like about the pedal thing is when you're driving. If you're driving through the yard or something like that, you can give it more pedal, goes faster. But when I'm using the machine, like the bucket or even the mower, of course, I engage the throttle and set the throttle to a higher RPM. I think that's a little bit better to run it that way than it is running it without it. I did have a couple issues at the beginning of the year, but kind of worked them all out. I believe that's with all tractors. You're going to have something no matter what it is. It's just like buying a car. You buy a car, you can buy it brand new, you can have a recall on it. But they're not going to tell you that recall, but you're going to have that car because they're figuring, well, if something happens to that car within so many years, then they recall, they don't care, But you're going to be surprised with the RK if you do a little bit of research online where it's actually made from, and some of the other tractors where they're made from too, and actually find out, that these tractors are pretty much all the parts will be made from the same companies. And there's a lot of companies out there that's affiliated with this type of tractor. Other than that, it's a tough little thing. I pulled some logs. It'll pull. Don't get me wrong. You put something behind it, it'll pick it up and pull it. I picked up pretty big logs. Same as the bucket in front. I think it takes about 900 pounds. And what you put on that bucket, it'll pick it up if you got weight on the back to hold it down. I think the bar up here is a little bit too high. I kind of wish he would have put welded something on here so you'll have a little bit different settings on your bar so you can lower it down, like especially when you go into your garage or something. That's a little high unless you got a high garage door, and if you got that, you're lucky. I don't have that. Let's see what else. I love the way the mower deck works. Now the thing about the mower deck, the only thing I didn't care too much for it, the spindles didn't have grease fittings, and I did go back and I talked to him about that. And I said, did you guys sell the spindles with the fittings in them? And I didn't get much of an answer off of them, but I know the bearings in it wouldn't be hard to change. But you would think for the price I paid for the deck, they came with all grease fittings. But the mowing is really excellent. I wouldn't think a 60-inch deck would mow that big. I've never had a 60-inch deck. I've always had smaller. Always thought the smaller the deck, the better it cuts. But I'm really amazed how well this deck here cuts. So full drive works really nice in it. You got a differential pedal over here. You know, if you didn't want to use full drive, you end up spinning a little bit. You can, you know, stop it and then push the differential down, and both tires in the back. Turns out that's a really nice thing to have on any kind of tractor. My John Deere X500 has a differential pedal on the back of it, and it's really nice. I mean, that little thing climb hills pretty decent. See what else? I don't know. It's just a nice little tractor. I'm been really pleased with it. I've had a lot of fun with it this year. I did a lot of work. Probably did more work than I did in 20 years with this thing in just one summer. I don't know. Just stop down Rural King if you guys are interested. Just stop down and ask the guys some questions down there. You know, see what they got. I even looked at the bigger model, the 37. My wife thinks I'm nuts, but I really don't have any place to use it. But you know, it's nice to think about it. It's just a, you know, big toy for, you know, a man, or, you know, a big kid, what do you want to call it? It's just a big toy for a big kid is what it is. Just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to drive it. It's got power steering in it. It steers real nice. It's, you know, of course, the speedometer, gas. I don't know. I don't know too much about speedometer. I don't think. Well, actually, that's a tachometer in there. It's not a speedometer. It's right. It's just a tach. But who would want to know how fast you're going anyways, right? The full ways and turn signals, that don't mean I'm not driving this thing down the road somewhere. I wouldn't mind having a light or something up on top of this bar here, so give me a little bit more light in the evenings. But other than that, I can't see going wrong. Just the cost of it. It takes a little extra to hook up the deck. A couple more minutes than normal. After you start hooking it up 2 or 3 times, you kind of get used to it, and you have your own little system how to hook it up. But for the price of it, like I said, I'd crawl underneath that thing for what I saved on it from buying, you know, some other tractor. But easy way to get to your battery and everything. Your battery, radiator, everything's up in the front here. The fuse is up in the front, so it's not like you have to move anything to get to that kind of stuff. But nice comfy seat. Got some rest arms. Of course, you can lift them up. I like those. I use that one a lot when I'm using a bucket. I can't wait till next year to get the backhoe for it. That's my plans. So if you guys are interested in these little tractors, you know, just go down to Rural King, take a look, and see what they got. That's all I can tell you, man. You know, I don't think I went wrong on it. So okay, that's my opinion. That's all I can give you guys. And next year, like I said, I'm getting ready to put this away. So next year I'll go ahead and probably make some more videos on the backhoe if I get it. I have a couple more attachments I didn't get to do this year on it, but yeah, it's just a fun big toy. That's all it is. So okay, thanks for watching. Hope this helped somebody.